Hey guys, welcome to another top 10 list. Welcome to my top 10 favourite movie scores. Yup, I've talked about the films themselves in other top 10 lists, but you know what, let's talk about the music, because the music makes the movies even better, as not only does it give it the movie atmosphere and it creates tone for the story, but it's also fun to listen to. So I thought I could talk about my top 10 favourite scores and soundtracks, but in separate lists. So of course, let's start off with the scores. And as always before top 10 list, here are some honourable mentions. And my honourable mentions are The Incredibles, Jaws, The Lord of the Rings trilogy, Back to the Future, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Gladiator, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Rocky, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, Dr. No, and North by Northwest. All great scores for great films, just couldn't make my top 10 list, but coming at number 10 is Star Trek The Motion Picture, composed by Jerry Goldsmith. Da 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 da. As a Trekkie myself, this will be my favourite score in a Star Trek movie. Yes, The Wrath of Khan is even better as a movie, and that has a great score too by James Horner, but Jerry Goldsmith's score from the first film is great. It feels like you're on this amazing space sci-fi adventure, and you are. And out of all of Jerry Goldsmith's scores, he did some great scores for Mulan, The Secret of NIMH, Alien, the first one, and others. But anytime he does a Star Trek movie score, that's his best to me. Coming in number 9 is How to Train Your Dragon, composed by John Powell. I love the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. Definitely one of my favourite DreamWorks trilogies, and I've no idea why they're doing a live-action remake of it, but anyways, the score is also epic, especially when it comes to the scene where Hiccup and Toothless take their first flight, as I was just humming that tune. And John Powell has done a lot of great scores for some of the Ice Age sequels. He also did a good job with Horton Hears a Who, the Rio films, Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2. But his How to Train Your Dragon score is his best in my opinion, especially since he got his only Academy Award nomination for it. Coming in number 8 is The Little Mermaid, composed by Alan Menken. When it comes to the music of The Little Mermaid, I love the songs, such as Part of Your World, Under the Sea, Poor Unfortunate Souls, Kiss the Girl, but the score is just as wonderful as the songs. The score makes you feel like you're in a real underwater sea adventure that makes you feel like you are truly part of that world, no pun intended. Plus the happy ending score is so enchanting that it feels like a true fairy tale wedding, and Alan Menken won his first Academy Award for it, and it was truly well deserved. Coming in at number 7 is Jurassic Park, composed by John Williams. John Williams is my favourite composer of all time, so you're going to see some of his other scores on this list, and Jurassic Park is definitely one of his best. Not only is it beautiful at times, but it's also very big, exciting, it's awesome and epic because of this adventure you're about to go on, and overall it's an incredible score. Coming in number 6 is Batman 1989, composed by Danny Elfman. Out of all of Danny Elfman's scores, he's got a lot of great ones, like Nightmare Before Christmas, Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi one, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Beetlejuice, the first Mission Impossible film. But the 1989 Batman movie score is probably his best, and it's brilliant to me. Yes, the Hans Zimmer and James Newton Howard score from Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy is great too, but this one from the Tim Burton 1989 movie Feels more like a Batman movie and a true Batman score. I mean, it's dark, it's campy, it's fun, and it works well for the film's tone. Coming at number 5 is E.T. the Extraterrestrial, composed again by John Williams. Probably one of the most beautiful John Williams scores that, always brings tears to my eyes, especially that ending music at the end of the film. It's so brilliant. The way the orchestra plays the music, it works perfectly for its family-friendly tone, and John Williams won his 4th Academy Award for it, and very well deserved. Coming in number 4 is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, once again composed by John Williams. That score should say it all. Like, any Harry Potter fan knows that score, which is Hedwig's theme, and it's amazing, as it works perfectly, as it's like you're in this wizarding fantasy magical world like Hogwarts, and you are, and that score obviously represents Harry Potter. Coming in number 3 is The Lion King, composed by Hans Zimmer. Again, when it comes to the music in The Lion King, I love all the songs. I like Circle of Life, I Just Can't Wait to Be King, Be Prepared, Hakuna Matata, Can You Feel the Love Tonight, but this is not the soundtrack, this is the score I'm talking about. And the score is just as great as the songs. It's memorable as the musical numbers, it feels like this grand scope. It feels very grand scope. It works perfectly since the movie itself is big and the score is excellent during the stampede scene, the Battle for Pride Rock, and the ending score as well. And Hans Zimmer did a phenomenal job, and he won his 1st Academy Award for his score in The Lion King. Coming in number 2 is Titanic, composed by James Horner. Man, that score tears me up, and it works so well for the movie as, yes, it's a sad film, but it's also a timeless love story. And the way James Horner composed the music for the film, it was very well done, with its use of choirs, wordless vocalizations, vocalizations, and instruments. And yes, he won an Academy Award, not just for his score in the film, but for writing that Celine Dion song in the film, My Heart Will Go On. James Horner did other great scores for Aliens, Braveheart, and American Tail, but Titanic is without a doubt his best, and rest in peace, James Horner, rest in peace. But my number 1 favourite score is a two-way tie between Star Wars, composed by John Williams, and Psycho, composed by Bernard Herrmann. Starting off with Star Wars, the score is one of the most recognisable scores ever. Like, come on. Rather it be like the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, or the sequel trilogy, each one has an incredible score. As for the second score, it's one of the most awesome horror movie scores ever. Like this. The main theme feels like you're watching this action, makes you feel like you're going to be on an action thriller, but then you realise it's a horror movie, and it is, and the shower music is so chilling. Couldn't decide which one I liked more, so I put both of these two scores as a two-way tie, because they're just so iconic, and yeah, those are my favourite scores. Anyways, that's it. Those are my personal favourite movie, top 10 personal favourite movie scores, so what are your favourites? Tell me down in the comments, and don't worry, in my next video, I'll be getting to my favourite movie soundtracks, but thanks for watching, and may the force be with you, always.